Okay, as you see here, we got the boiling water going on. The syrup has not been added. The extract has not been added yet. All we've done is taken the specialty grains like you saw earlier and rinsed it off, and now that water is boiling. Now that that's done, here's what we need to do. If we pour in the extract right now, it's going to burn the bottom pretty easily. We don't want to do that. That's a bad thing. So I got my stainless steel spoon. So what you do with extract at this point, take your kettle off the burner, okay? Now what you want to do is take your extract, all the syrup here, all right, and with it off the burner, pour it in. I think it looks like pancake syrup personally, but whatever. And this is the light version. It's going to be lighter than this one. It's all done. There's dark, there's whatever. Now this is just the fermentable sugars. The company that makes these, they take the full mashing like you see in the other videos, and what they do is they lower the atmospheric temperature, and then they evaporate the majority of water out of it, so all you have is fermentable sugars left, and that's what you see here. This is all your fermentable sugars that you'll need. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and remember, if you do this while it's on the stove boiling, it's going to go to the bottom and burn. It may still happen a little bit at this point, but at least it's off and it's not boiling. Okay, so you see what's coming out here. This isn't easy to do because I got a really long spoon, but this is the only stainless one I have. Now I'm going to do my best to get as much of this out of here. I may pour some water into it as well. In fact, I'll do that a bit later, because I just want to get the basics of this going. So you see there's still some in there. I'll pour that out. I'll deal with that a little bit later, not right this second. But anyway, so as you see, I've got the majority of it out. And okay, so now what I'm going to do is set this back on here to boil, and it'll come to a boil here in just a moment. Now remember, this is a 5-gallon batch. I normally do 10, but this one's only 5 gallons. This is not 5 gallons right here. Remember, I had the 2.5 gallons of water, and that's why I did the steeping in. This right here is probably about 3 gallons. Well, so you're asking, well, where's the rest of it come from? Because it's going to be 5 gallons. When it goes in the fermenter, whatever's missing out of here, a total of 5 gallons, is what we add in water. In other words, let's say this ends up being 3.5 gallons, right? That leaves us 1.5 gallons short. I'll top the fermenter up with water. You don't do that with all the grain because you get all your water from the mash tun. Not with this. There's only so much water. There's no water left in the extract. Well, I shouldn't say none, very little. So now this is going to come back to a boil here in a moment. It's not just yet because it was off the stove for about a minute. Now, what you'll see me do next after this, once it returns to a boil, I'm going to add in the clarifying agents, because I want it to be a clear beer, and the hops. So that's how you mix in the extract. You get to a boil, you take it off the stove, you mix in the syrup, and I'll get the rest of that here in a moment, and you mix up real well like you saw me doing here. You don't want any on the bottom because it will burn. Put it back on the stove, bring it back to a boil, and at that point you can start adding your hops and whatever else you want. That's pretty much how easy it is.